Warm greetings, everyone. This is Dexter Wakefield for the Tomorrow's World Webcast. As I mentioned in a previous webcast last fall, I had the privilege of visiting Israel, Jordan, and Turkey around the time of the Feast of Tabernacles. After the feast in Israel, we took a tour to southern Israel, which would be our entry point for a brief visit into Jordan. Now, Jordan is a beautiful country, and we were welcomed and well treated while we were there. But Jordan is also supposedly at peace with Israel. But when we arrived at the heavily fortified border crossing, we had to leave our tour bus and guide and pull our baggage across a wide no-man's land to go through customs and pick up our Jordanian tour bus and guide. We were surprised to see that we also had a uniformed guard on the bus, and he was armed. People say peace, peace, when there is no peace. Well, something that the Tomorrow's World magazine and the telecast repeats often is Christ's instruction to watch. For instance, in Mark 13:33 through 37, he repeated the instruction 4 times in 3 verses. In verse 33, he said, "Take heed, watch, and pray, for you do not know when the time is. It is like a man who commanded the doorkeeper to watch. Watch, therefore, for you do not know when the master of the house is coming. And what I say to you, I say to all, watch." One of the things we watch in general is the Middle East, and we focus on Jerusalem in particular. Today, I would like to update you with a news item that appeared recently, and you might have missed an important prophetic detail buried in the story. The main story was this: the Palestinian efforts to achieve internationally recognized statehood nearly succeeded a couple of weeks ago. A UN resolution put forward by Jordan was narrowly defeated in the UN Security Council by 1 vote. It would have required a 1-year deadline for Israeli withdrawal from the territories that the Palestinians claim as their own. The resolution also contained a provision for making Jerusalem the capital of a Palestinian state. Some observers think that this resolution will be presented again this year, perhaps soon, and will pass the Security Council. Then it can only be stopped by a U.S. veto if the Obama administration is willing to veto it. Now, that was the main news story, but there was a detail in the Jordanian-sponsored UN resolution that many people may not have noticed. Concerning the proposed Palestinian state territory, the resolution called for, quote, security arrangements, including through a third-party presence that guarantee and respect the sovereignty of the state of Palestine, unquote. Now, did you note that one phrase, through a third-party presence? Who could that be? The UN has long advocated that Jerusalem be an international city, and that various divisions of the city have been advocated. The Vatican has advocated their being in charge of a protectorate by the Holy See. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry proposed in 2013 that the holy sites in Jerusalem be administered by an international coalition, including the Vatican. Many such proposals have been made, but none implemented. But Bible prophecy foretold long ago what will certainly happen. Daniel 9:27 tells us that a covenant will be made about Jerusalem and that it will involve a resumption of the sacrifices. We also know that a European power called the King of the North, spoken about in Daniel 11, will come and take the city by force, overwhelming a southern power, very likely a renewed Muslim coalition or caliphate. All of these pieces are in position to come together at any time. So keep watching, and Tomorrow's World will help. This is Dexter Wakefield for the Tomorrow's World Webcast.